Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, the Employee Baltimore Show. We really appreciate you tuning in today, and I will be your host today, Katanya Lester. I'm also producing for you behind the scenes, so bear with me. We have a really wonderful show for you today. We have, of course, we're going to talk about our sports, what's been going on with our sports, and our special guest today is from the state of Maryland, and they have a wonderful program to tell you about to help our young people get jobs in Maryland. But first, let's get started by congratulating our wonderful Orioles on the success that they've had to make it as far as they did in the sports arena. And we're just really proud of them, and we support them 100%. Although they lost recently, their most recent game, they worked really, really hard to get where they were. I also want to encourage everyone to please like, comment, and share on this broadcast. Tell a friend, tell a family member so that we can get more people to watch us and tune in. So once again, congratulations to the Orioles, and we are here to support them always. We are also really excited about our wonderful Ravens. They're going to be playing in London on Sunday. So that means for everyone who usually tailgates very early in the morning, I'm sure you're probably going to start your tailgating the night before. The game starts at 9:30 in the morning, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we're really excited about them. They're playing the Tennessee Titans, and we are really hoping and expecting for a big win that day. I'd also like to encourage everyone to check out our now hiring job board with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. It is full of a lot of job opportunities. And one of the greatest things about this job board is that it connects you with a business services representative like myself that's actually working with these companies to help them hire qualified job seekers like you. So please check us out at moed.baltimorecity.gov/job board so that you can obtain as many wonderful job opportunities as possible. And it's just a variety of things on there. You can arrange it alphabetically according to the position, or you can arrange it alphabetically according to the company. And we definitely work with companies to make sure they're hiring to pay at least $16, $17 or more per hour. A lot of the companies on there are paying $20, $25 per hour. So check it out at moed.baltimorecity.gov/job board. And then once you get the job, we have a wonderful service called Let's Ride to Work, where if you live in Baltimore City and you get your job in Baltimore City, you are able to qualify for up to 40 free rides, taking you from your home to the job and from work back home. Not to happy hour, not to parties, but definitely from your home to work. So if you're interested in that, if you've just obtained a new job, even if you didn't get the job through MOED, feel free to contact them at bit.ly/BeMoreRides. It's a wonderful program. We have a lot of money for this program. We just renewed it, so please check it out. And now for the piece de la resistance. We have a wonderful representative, actually the secretary for the Department of Service and Civic Innovation, that's going to come and talk to us about this wonderful program that's been developed by awesome Governor Wes Moore, so that you all can take advantage of this opportunity. I have with me today Secretary Paul Montero, and I bring him to the stage. Hi, Paul. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. How are you?
Well, we appreciate you, and thank you so much for joining us and contacting us so that we can talk to you and learn more about you and the opportunities that you have with this new program. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, what brought you to the state of Maryland, and how this new program came about.
Yeah, so I'm first generation. My dad came to the state in 1971, settled in the Silver Spring area. My mom came to the country around the same time from a small island in the Pacific called Palau. And they met while working at McDonald's and had 5 kids. I'm the second of 5. And we grew up in the sort of Prince George's County, Montgomery County suburbs, but very much needing to use different social services along the way. I was very much the free reduced lunch kid, as were my siblings. So the safety net was, before I knew what the safety net was, we were definitely blessed to get help when we needed it to help me get through high school. I'm the first in my family to graduate high school. Went to University of Maryland and then Howard University for law school. But a lot of gratitude that I have for this area because it supported me and my family when we needed help. So I've tried to pick jobs that help me pay it forward if I'm not paying it back. And so working in different roles with the federal government, I was part of the Obama administration all 8 years. The first 5 years on the White House staff, and then as the director of AmeriCorps Vista, the domestic version of the Peace Corps, and then led a program at the Justice Department to end the Obama years. And then I spent 5 years at Howard University as the chief of staff to the president, a place where almost half of our undergrads are Pell Grant students. So these are students from low-income families like me. And many of them were first generation. And that's a common dynamic you see with our HBCUs, helping to make a way for people who are doing the best they can. They just weren't born into privilege. I was asked by President Biden to go back into the administration in 2022. So I went back to the Justice Department, leading the Community Relations Service, helping communities that are dealing with conflicts based on race, based on religion, based on national origin, sexual orientation, disability, to hopefully help them figure out a productive way through a conflict so that things don't devolve into violence. But then this past spring, I got an outreach from Governor Moore's team, and I couldn't say no because this new department that he's created is very much premised on the power of service, the power that he saw in terms of service saving his life, as a young man growing up in this area, making the wrong choices. His mom at her wit's end, putting him in military school, and then he tried to run away. But finding the power of service and the leadership in him to serve others. And then, how that story worked out with him being our first African-American governor ever in the state, but wanting to create a pathway for others to serve, not just for their benefit, but for the benefit of the state and the benefit of the communities that make up our state. So we are launching in only a few weeks the first cohort of his Service Year Option Maryland Corps. These are programs that are very much looking at, and we're not calling it a gap year, we're calling it a growth year. If you're a recent high school graduate, still trying to figure out where you fit, this is a way to choose where you want to serve that may align with your interests, get some hard and soft skills, and get paid a living wage, work with mentors, professional development consistently over the term. So at the end of the term, you have a clear sense of what's next, because what's happening too often is folks will graduate high school to very uncertain next steps. There's more than 15,000 each year that graduate but don't report a job, don't report military service, don't report college. So maybe they pick jobs that are right in front of them but don't have any upward mobility. We want to put them on a pathway for upward mobility, and also to give back to the state. And the Maryland Corps is really for adults of any age, because many adults need maybe a different plan because of maybe incarceration, maybe because of their immigration situation, maybe because of automation. They were laid off or downsized.
Mm-hmm.
They need another act. And this is a term of service to, again, maybe reskill, pivot in their career, and find where they fit. And again, also paid a living wage, also working with mentors. And at the end of the term, whatever road you choose, $6,000 to help you make that pivot. So if you're going to college, $6,000 toward tuition. If you're going to community college, that might be a year tuition plus right there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say at the end of the term, you know what, I've thought about it, I've looked at it with my mentor coach, college is definitely not for me. You can take the $6,000 as a cash stipend to get your first apartment, or maybe get your used car to get to your new job. We just want to make sure that we're not leaving people on the sidelines, but helping them find their fit. And while they're finding their fit, giving meaningful service back to the communities that make up our state.
These are really awesome programs, and it's really needed, especially in a time like this that we're going through in Baltimore City and in other cities throughout the state. what do you recommend for young people who do want to get involved in this program? They a little confused. They may say, hey, I don't know if I want to go to college or straight from high school, if I want to work. What's the first step that they should take in order to get involved in this program?
Yeah, great question, because this is the COVID cohort. A lot of their high school or K-12 experience was on a screen. And so they
Mm-hmm.
might need a little more time to figure out where it is they find purpose and meaning. So if they simply text the word Maryland to 21,000, they can get a link to our website and the application. We've deliberately designed an application that is user friendly. You can do it from your smartphone, and we don't ask you a million questions. It's really just the essential questions to figure out what you're about and where you want to go, or your sense of what you want to do. And there's still a window for the 18 to 21-year-old service year option program. If you're still looking to find your fit, you're not looking for a gig, but you're looking for, I want to spend the next 9 months really, working, making some income, but also investing in me and figuring out where I need to align my efforts so I know where to land and how to move into the next season of life. So
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage them to check out the website by texting Maryland to 21,000.
Okay. And we have a video, a quick video that I can show if you'd like
Oh,
from
great. Yeah.
the governor. Let me
He
get
says it better than
to
I do. So yeah, let's let him roll.
let me share that really quickly and we can hear him talk about it as well.
It's Governor Wes Moore, and I am so excited to announce the launch of applications for hundreds of service year opportunities across the state. Maryland is leading in creating new, unprecedented service opportunities that allow Marylanders, and especially Maryland high school graduates between the ages of 18 and 21, to earn a living wage and explore pathways that allow their talents and purpose to come together to serve our communities. Now, I know that young people are faced with a number of choices once they graduate from high school, but I'm here to tell you this, that you don't have to know what's next to do something now. We've created an option that allows you to explore various possibilities and discover your power through service. I'm a living proof of the power of service. My journey to the governor's office was paved by individuals who believed in me, who supported me, who pushed me to see beyond any limitations that I imagined for myself. And so today, I'm committed to paying that service forward to the people of our state. Powered by our Department of Service and Civic Innovation, the Service Year Option and the Maryland Corps program will partner you with organizations that will provide mentorship, professional development, and job training. And if you complete a service year program, you will earn a $6,000 stipend to be used to put towards future tuition costs. Sign up today by texting Maryland to 21000. The priority deadline for applications is September 1st, so get your application in soon. Let's work together, because together we can build the state that serves, and service will save us.
We could just
Okay.
drop the mic right now. That says it all.
Not at all. I'm sure you still have some great information to add to it, especially as it relates to the Maryland Core program. So that's some really good information. Now, the deadline he mentioned was September 1st. However, you all have an extension for that. Is that correct?
That was the priority deadline, but the door is still open. I'm
Okay,
pleased to
wonderful.
report there's so many employers came to the table saying we want to be in on this and
Mhm.
host service year or Maryland Corps members at their organization. So we want to make sure we're getting them solid candidates. So there's still time.
Okay. And would the employers also text the same number if they want to get involved, or is that a different registration?
They can go to the website as well. There's a link for both employer hosts and
Awesome.
individuals who want to serve.
Okay. All right. And I do have this is a long website. I'll be sure to post the website in the feed as well. Now, in reference to the Maryland Court program, so that one's available to all adults who are interested in performing public and community service in Maryland. Tell us a little bit more about that program too.
Well, that very much was inspired by President Bill Ferguson, Senator Ferguson, who is himself an AmeriCorps alum, who for years has been pushing this idea of a Maryland Corps for people to serve and maybe find again their next act or to pivot in their career. Very much, the law that creates us calls on us to look at Maryland Corps as a way to connect with our community colleges, our HBCUs in the state, apprenticeship programs, and particular areas of significant need in the state, like climate change, like public education, like historic preservation. And so we have a range of options where people can serve in the Maryland Corps program too. And it's open to everyone.
Okay, that's wonderful. So we're really excited about this. Now, for the service year option program for the students, do they have to already have graduated? Can they be seniors in their last semester of school, ready to graduate? What's the true protocol for that?
Sure. For the service year option, individuals have to be over 18. They have to have earned their GED or diploma or certificate of completion to be in the program. And they have to be residents of the state of Maryland. On the Maryland Corps side, there's no educational requirement. As long as they're over 18 and residents of the state, there's a place for you. So again, I just want to double click that. There's a place for everyone in the Maryland Corps service year option programs. It just depends on where folks are coming from. But both programs are using service to meet the needs of the state and help the individuals figure out where they fit. So wanted to make sure we're talking about both, but the service year option still has time to apply. So just wanted to underscore that.
That's wonderful. Awesome. Now, here within the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, we have strong efforts to help individuals who have backgrounds or who are reentry citizens. Are they also eligible for these programs?
Yes, we want to make sure we're building a cohort that looks like the state. And regardless of whether people made mistakes in their past and they paid for them, we are not locking them out. It's important that service be open to all. So yes, there is space for justice involved individuals. It may come down to a matter of where we're placing people, because certain employers that may be working with vulnerable populations may have, extra requirements. That's something that we would look at. But again, we are looking at the match where an individual's interest aligns with an employer's need, and we can work out the details. Again, because of how many employers came to the table, I'm confident we can find matches for everyone with enough time. So justice involved individuals are definitely welcome.
Awesome. That's truly wonderful. Okay. We're really excited about this program, and we look forward to making sure that we market it and advertise it and promote it within the mayor's office, especially within our career centers, at our job fairs. We openly invite you to personally, if you'd like to come and visit our career centers or
I would love to.
Awesome. And we are having some upcoming events at our job fairs and career centers. So I'll make sure that you know about them so that you all can participate, stop by, provide some information, because we definitely need to get this information out and market it more to the clients that we service. It's a really wonderful opportunity. It was really good to hear about your own story and your success and how you came to the state of Maryland. And it provides a lot of inspiration for me and for other individuals to know, that there's a lot of opportunities out here for them. There's, where they are right now is not necessarily where they have to stay. So that's really great. What parting words would you like to give to everyone in reference to the program or anything about the state of Maryland? I know you all had an awesome job fair today down at the Armory. It was really, I went down to connect with some other individual state of Maryland divisions to make sure that we invite them to our events here. So let us know what else, anything in closing that you'd like to let everyone know?
Well, I just want to underscore this is a pilot year. We're just getting started. The first cohort launches this month, but as soon as we launch the first cohort, we're going to start building for the second one that'll launch next summer. And it'll be larger, almost 500 members. So we're going to double the size. So even if you're just hearing about it right now, service your option, we still have a small window for additional applicants. So simply text Maryland to 21,000 if you're interested in that. And as we head into year 2 in November and beyond, I hope that you'll partner with our department to share this opportunity with your networks, because it's a new program that people may not yet know what it is or what we're about. But it's very much a program that meets the moment. Again, young people who are coming out of high school, still trying to figure it out because COVID really impacted their high school career. You have the challenge of seniors who are isolated or maybe retired, looking to do something and be involved in community. And the governor often talks about the idea that service will save us because unfortunately, Maryland is not immune to the forces that are stressing community, the polarization, the isolation, the economic segregation. And so service is one of the few places left where we can all come together and say, let's make this community, let's make this state better. And it doesn't much matter to me who you voted for or what you believe or who you love. And so we want to build a program that looks like the state and give people opportunity, again, to find their fit. So this is hello, not goodbye. We look forward to working with you and your office and all of your listeners as we go.
All right, fantastic. I thank you so much for joining us today, and feel free to come back. This is, like you said, this is hello, not goodbye. You are more than welcome to come back and give us more feedback about the program, give us more success stories. We look forward to that, and we look forward to referring some individuals for this program as well.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Paul. Really appreciate you. Have a good one.
You too.
Well, everyone, that's our show for today. Short but sweet. And I'm just really thankful that you all tuned in to learn more about the service option program as well as Maryland Core. Please be sure, as Paul mentioned, to text the word Maryland spelled out to 21000 to learn more information and to get involved. We thank you so much for joining in today for the Employee Baltimore show. Stay tuned for next week where we'll have another exciting guest. And I thank you for allowing me to be your host today, as well as your producer. And we truly, truly appreciate you joining. And we are always here to service you. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can also email me at katanya.lester@baltimorecity.gov. Thank you so much for joining the show today. And I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good one. Thank you.